Alright, you're welcome once again, and in the last video we tried as much as possible to import the demo website from Astra site, right, from startup template, and we were able to import it. Let's check how the demo website looks like. Let's check how our website looks like currently, so that we can quickly move on in this training, and alongside with that, I quickly wanted to realize that anytime you import a new website or a complete website like that, what you are doing is that you are importing pages, you are importing menus, you are importing posts, you are importing plugins and probably themes, because these are the combinations, these are the things that makes up a website: your theme, your plugin, menu, body, footer, logos, and every other thing like that. So if you are importing like an e-commerce website, don't forget what we imported was an e-commerce website. Here it will import alongside every plugin that makes a provision for that website to become an e-commerce website. So there is every tendency that a new set of plugins will be installed on your website alongside what you have imported. So that is one thing that I want to check now. But let's quickly check our website. You see the way our website is looking. This was the logo we imported then, and this is our website. You see that it is very good, it is lovely. It imported both the images, the text, the header, which is this, the entire body, which is this, right, and the footer, right, that's also right, and everything was imported. So let's quickly check. We'll quickly be closing all of this. Skip setup. We are still coming back to all of this. We're gonna close this. I'm gonna close this as well, right? I'll close this, and I'll come back to this screen option and untick WooCommerce setup, right? I'll close this as well, and I'm gonna skip this setup so that my dashboard will be very clean. You are not new to that, yeah, you know how I love working. And okay, so I'm gonna close this cart flow as well, so I have a clean dashboard here now. So let's quickly go to our pages. You remember we had only one page, which was the test page earlier. You see now we have, let me just close this, we have 8 pages. That simply means while we imported the website, we imported 7 more pages alongside. This was the page we had before that we used to design, we used for the Elementor training that I did for you in the previous video. But now, because we imported a complete website, let's see the number of pages that was imported for us: a home page, an about page, a contact page, right, a shop page, my account, right, checkout cart. Now let's quickly view this in a new tab. This is looking good. I really love this, right? I really love this. Yeah, I really love this. You see that it's the same thing. This home page that we just checked now, that's what we are seeing here, right? That's what we are seeing here. So you see that everything is working perfectly. So let's check if the theme has changed. Automatically, I'm very sure that the theme would have changed. In one way or the other. So let's go. We were using Elementor before. So let's check this appearance and theme. See that it has changed. It has changed to Astra. Don't forget, I told you earlier that starter template is an extension of Astra theme. So because we are using starter template, it has changed the theme that we were using initially to Astra theme, because that template works better with Astra theme. So that is just what happened here. So now that we are not going to be using this Elementor again, what I'm going to be doing is just to delete this Elementor, so that I will know that I only have one theme left on my on my website. And before I continue, I would like to quickly tell you as well that anytime you install a theme, oftentimes the theme do have their own setup, right? They do have their own setup, they do have their own configuration, they do have their own unique setup. So oftentimes it's either you see the theme being listed on this menu, in this side menu on its own, or it will be under the appearance. So for this now, we have the Astra option, right? We have the Astra option. So what we want to do is to go to the Astra option, right? We want to go to the Astra option and see whatsoever we can set up with respect to the theme. You see here now, let me just say no thanks. Elementor is disturbing me. You see here now, this Astra, and these are the how will I put it now, the things that you can do. These are the things that you can do. You see, we have more than 180 starter templates, of which we've used one, and that one is this now. So now you see, if you need to change the logo of this website, everything has been brought to the same place here, whereby you can easily do all of those things very fast from here. So let's say I want to change that logo now. I'm going to click on that upload logo, then it will redirect me to another page, and let's wait for that page. The same thing with footer builder. If we want to change the color of the footer, if we want to do the layout, but I will not be doing all of that. I just want you to know that there are what's it called? There's something we call Astra theme, and for every theme there's something we call theme setup. So it's either it's on its own on this sidebar, right, or it comes under the appearance, and this one comes under the appearance. That is what we have, the Astra option, right? That is what we have as Astra option here, right? This one is still hook me customize. You see, though I'm still coming back to this customize. So let's close this. So this is this. So let me quickly show you more things. There's a more option available with Astra Pro. All of this, you know, I told you earlier in the previous video that as much as Astra is a thing, we have the free version and we have the pro version. That is the reason why on the starter template, if you remember, you realize that on the starter template we have some of the free template and the pro template, the premium template. It's just because those premium template works only with Astra Pro. So when you buy Astra Pro, you have access to the premium template. And don't forget, I told you earlier that I'm gonna be giving you the pro version, right? That's good. That's good. So we have all of these. You can have your typography, right? Color and background, block pro, navigation menu, sticky header, page header, custom layout, site layout, scroll to top, WooCommerce, easy digital download. This is an amazing plugin. All of these are plugins though. Lendash, this for learning management system. Lifter LMS, that's another learning management system plugin. White label and the likes. And extend Astra with free plugins. These are free plugins that you can use alongside with this Astra theme. In case you want, you see, Spectra, free WordPress page builder plugin. We don't need it because we're going to be using Elementor, but if you need it, you can just come over here and activate. Import and export customizer setting, I don't need it. Astra customizer reset, I don't need it. Customizer search, Astra, but I don't need any of this. So I just want you to see that all things do have their own setup. All things do have their own setup. So what I want to do in this place is, okay, before I move into that, let's quickly come to this plugin and let's see the number of plugins that has been added to our website. The number of plugins that have been added to our website. Interesting, you see, we have Catflow. Catflow was not part of the plugin we installed initially. We have checkout plugins, Try for WooCommerce. It wasn't part of it initially. We have we had Elementor before. We had contact form before. Elementor's kit, element kit. Okay, I think we had that before as well. Envato element, we had that. Really SSS, we have that. Starter templates, we had that before. But we don't have variation swatches for WooCommerce. We don't have that. Then we have WooCommerce, right? We did not install WooCommerce initially, right? So we have this new these two, 1, 2, we had this before, okay, 3, 4. These are the 4 plugins that has been added by virtue of the fact that we imported a complete demo website. I hope you get that. So now I quickly want to update this starter template. I want to update it, and I want to click on enable automatic update for all of my plugins, so that whenever coming, so that whenever there is an update, it will automatically update on its own, right? So I'm gonna enable it. Okay, let me so that it will be fast. I'll pick enable automatic update. I'm gonna click on this so that it will pick everything, then I'm gonna apply. Okay, so what's wrong there? Okay, it has been updated. So you see this now. So because of the new website that we've imported, we have a new, a new plugin, and we have a new theme, right? So what I want to do now is to quickly take you through some settings on how to edit your imported website. So I'll first of all start from this setting, and I'll go to this reading, right? Reading. I want to go to this reading, right? I want to go to this reading. I want to mix it. You see that here, because we have this apex standard .local, that is the domain itself, we landed here. It's just because a setting has been activated for us, and I want to show you that setting, which is the home page setting. You see your home page display. You see now, anytime you already have what you want to use as a home page, make sure you come to this place under settings, right? Under settings, and on settings and under settings reading, make sure you pick a static page. And when you pick, you see that when I pick your post, latest post, there's nothing here again. But when you pick a static page, right, it will show you all the pages that you have. So I want to make my home page on the norms, right? It ought to be okay. Let's do it this way. Let's make it your latest post, and let's save it so that you see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go to pages. Okay, let's go back here. You see, because we've changed this thing from home page being our home page to your static page, let's refresh this page. You see what we are having here now? You see what we are having here? So for you to have your home page as your, the home page is still there, if you click on this place now and you type home/home, you see that it will take us to the page we had before. You see this now, but we don't want our home page to be our domain name /home. That's why we have to come here and make this a static page. So our home page will now be our home page here, right? And post page will now be our blog page. So let's just say, okay, we don't have a blog page currently here. Let's just say this test page. I mean, you've created a blog page, right? You would have seen it here, and you pick it as your post page. So let's just pick this test page and let's save. Okay, it has been saved. So I want to refresh this place. I just click on the logo. The logo will definitely redirect you to the default home page. You see now that home is no more there, and we still have this. So that is the first setting I want to show you. That's the first setting I want to show you. Then let's move to other settings. Before we start, how will I put it now? Before we start editing all the pages, right? The body of the pages, let's quickly edit one or two things. So let's go to customizer. Let's quickly go to customizer. We are the customizer. We are on the customizer page the other time, but I just feel we should wait, since I was gonna come back there. So you see this customizer, so it's gonna load the page. From the word customizer, you should have known what we want to do here, just to customize our website, just to customize our website and build it to taste, right? So on the customizer, you see that it's saying that with respect to abstracting, we have the global option. Under the global option, you have the typography. So if you are not satisfied with the kind of typography you have on your website, you can come and change that over here, right? You can come and change that here. The heading font, right? If you don't like the heading font, if you don't like the heading font, you can come and change it here. The paragraph margin bottom, you can come and change it here. The underlying content, you can come and change it here. So I may not really be explaining everything here because it's gonna take more time. So under the color, don't forget that we talked about the color the other time. So now you see that this thing is green and our logo is blue. Oftentimes we want to make sure that the basic color you use on your website is an extract of the logo color so that it can flow very, very well. So don't just be a quack designer. Make sure there is a kind of complement on with everything that you're going to be using on your website. So now you see we have green. These are the global colors. These are the colors that you see on the entire website. This kind of green color, this one, black, white. And if you go and check, those are the things that you see. These one are images. They are not part of the website color, right? They are not part of the website colors. So if you don't want that kind of color, right, you can come over here and change the color. You get that? You can change the color. So we have containers. How do you want your website to look like? You see this now, most especially for post. You see this is the way your website looks like, right? You can change it. When you click on this, you see that you have a kind of effect here. You see that it's trying to change it. Let's quickly wait some seconds for that to happen. I don't mean it's a post you would have seen the effect, but it has changed the default layout of the website. But let's go back to the default, and anytime you effect a change, right, make sure you click on publish so that it will go live. Make sure you click on publish so that it will go live. So let's go back. We have the buttons, all the buttons that you have on your website. How do you want them to look like? So you're gonna click on the buttons. You see the background color of the buttons. That's why you're having green there. If you want to change it now, let's say you're changing it to black. You see everything has changed to black here, right? But we still want to use this, so everything will change to blue back. You get that? That's the background color, right? And the padding, you see the space here, the space at the top, and the space at the bottom. So this is telling you that this 34 is at the right, you have 34 at the left, you have 17 at the top, you have 17 at the bottom. Do you get that now? The border width and all sort of things. So that is that about that. Then the block editor, you don't really need anything here. So let's go back. We have the header builder. So you see this is the header. So on the header builder, we have the site logo, which is this, the accounts, this is the account here. We have the carts, this is the cart here, right? We have the primary menu, this is the primary menu, and we have the secondary menu, right? So the kind of header, you see now, this is a transparent header, that is, it's taking on the background. It's taking, as in the header is taking the background of the page itself. It's a transparent header. You see this now. So where do you want to apply a transparent header? Enable on the complete website. Different logo for transparent header. That is left. You can just play around all of these things. I'm just trying to show you one or two things that you need to know in building our website, right? So that's header. Breadcrumbs. Well, we don't have breadcrumbs there, right? We don't have it here, but I'm coming. Let me change this page to an about page so that you see what I'm talking about breadcrumb, so that you understand it very well. We don't have it here currently. It's not yet activated here, but I'm gonna activate it. But you can. This is an e-commerce website, so you see now. This is what we call. Okay, let me just say inside. You see it now. Breadcrumb shows you the name of the page that you are in. Anytime you're on a page, you see it here. Home, about is inside here. This breadcrumb. If you come to this none, you see that everything here will disappear. You see that it's no longer there. So that is what breadcrumb is all about. Then the blog, if you want to edit your blog archive and the likes. This, you remember we saw this the other time. So we are not talking about blog here, so I will not be talking much about blog here. So we have pages. All right, how do you want your page to look like? Just plain. See the way this one is, just plain. Or you want it to have you want it to be boxed. You want it to be boxed. You want it to be full width. You want it to be content boxed. You want it to, let's take it to our default. You can just play around all of these things. That is not the major purpose of which I'm here. I just have to show you all of these things. Then the sidebar are things that are used to, you see, this is the default that we are having, but you can have a left sidebar. This one is no sidebar. This is right sidebar. So you can have a right sidebar. Oftentimes this sidebar work most better with posts and blog. You see that you don't need it here. But when we have a blog now, you have seen it on it. So let's just go back to the default. Let's go back to the default and let's continue. Footer builder. You remember what we had on our header the other time. This is your footer builder. So if you want to build your footer, you see all of these things that you're seeing on the footer. This is where they do it. But I'll be showing you a better way of doing that very soon. See, this is the copyright. This is the widget 4. Under this widget 4, we have all of this. Under this widget 1, we have all of this. Right? We have the socials. We have the copyright. If you click on this copyright now, that is where you can easily edit all of this. When you click on this now, right? Now you can't see anything because you see it's coming now. We have copyrights, see current year, which is 2022, site title, which is Apex standard. You get that now, right? So that is that about that. We have the socials. If you don't want this, if you don't want this Instagram here, so if you don't want this Instagram here, right? You can, yes, you can just come to this social, right? Under the social, you see all these options. You see, yeah. So I don't want the year. All I want to do is just to, you know, come over here. I can change it, right? Let's say I want it to be YouTube, right? I want it to be YouTube, and I'm gonna pick the icon YouTube. See, this is a YouTube icon, right? You see that it has changed everything here, right? It has changed everything here. So this Facebook, this Twitter, this Instagram. Let's say maybe you don't have an Instagram account, you want to change this, and you can still add another social icon. You see now I've added another one. I'll edit it. I'll change it to we have Facebook already, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I can change this to, okay, we have Twitter. What other social media? I can change this to Pinterest, right? Now come over here, Pinterest. This Pinterest, right? Yeah, this Pinterest logo, right? And we already have it here now. So now that we have it, if you have a Facebook page and everything, you can just come and link them up here, right? You can just come and link them up here. So you come and put your Facebook, your Pinterest accounts, URL, the same thing with your Facebook, right? The same thing with your Twitter and the likes. And if there is any of it that you don't want to be there, let's say we don't want this Pinterest, all you need to do is just to, click on this X, this cancel. You see that we don't have that Pinterest there again. And that is that about that. I already show you how you can edit this filter, right? So that's for social icons. So let's see what we have in the widget 1. In the first widget, I think that should be the logo. Okay, so it's gonna load it now. Everything we have in the first widget, that should be the logo and this text. Okay, that's what we have here. See, download our mobile store and this. So if you want to edit it, you can come over here. You see the title is download our mobile. Let's say we don't want to use the word download our mobile app, right? Maybe we want to use the word download our amazing app, right? See that? Let's just publish like that. It's gonna change this from mobile to amazing. It's gonna change this from mobile to amazing. So what you use widgets to do is just to customize. I think it's still coming up here. So I want to remove all of these. You see that we have amazing here now. We have seen that most of our visitors prefer using the mobile app because it is user friendly, right? That's the test we want to see there. Right? You already have this now. So I'm gonna publish it. We've changed the text here, right? You have changed the text here, and I'm gonna move outside of that place. Move outside so that I can come and edit this as well. You see how we are designing the footer? I'll still show you some other ways of designing the footer, right? I'll show you some other ways of designing the footer. And if you can see here, this is divided. This is just like from here to this place. And if you can see here, we have widget 4. This is the one that is widget 4. We have a space and nothing is in this place, right? That's why we don't have anything here, right? And we have this, which is widget 3, and we have widget 1. This widget 3 should be the one that contains these logos, right? Should be the one that contains these logos. So you see now that this has changed, right? This has changed. Then let's check the widget 3. I'll just click on this pencil icon. See, same gallery. It has changed it here. So what are the images in that gallery? You see, these are the images in that gallery. That's why you are seeing it here like this, right? That's amazing, right? That's amazing. So we have how will I put it now? We are done with that. Let's see widget 4. See, that is where we have our logo and the text. So we have two elements there. The store logo and this text. So this is the logo. You see this color white and this is the text. So I hope you understand all of this. It's getting this long because this is an e-commerce website, and for you to build an e-commerce website, you take nothing less than maybe 150, 200, depending on the number of products. 100, 150, 200. You can even take as much as 500,000 naira for an e-commerce website, depending on the number of products and the kind of brand you are designing for. So that is not about the footer, right? You understand how the footer works now. So we have the performance, WooCommerce. You're going to be doing all of this later. The site identity is very, very important. That is where our logo and our favicon is, right? This site logo and setting. You come over here. You see, this is the logo we're using currently. So let's say we don't want this logo, we want to change this logo. You just come over here. You come to either upload file, or if you have the logo uploaded on your database before, you just go to media library. But you don't have it on the media library, we want to use a new one. So you're gonna come over here and select files. It will redirect us to the file manager. I'm gonna go back to documents. Okay, I want to look for a logo. Okay. So I want to look for a logo. I can easily flow with that. Let's say this. Okay. So we have a new logo imported. Yeah, this is also having green. And this like an e-commerce. We have Kangra mat, right? So we have it now. I'm gonna pick that and crop image. See now that it has changed. Now for our site icon, if you check this place, it's still bringing www, which is for WordPress. If you want to change it and customize your website, right, to be that it shows an icon, a logo from your brand or from the brand of your client, right? All you need to do is just come to this site icon, right? Just come to this site icon. Hello, come on. Let me first of all publish. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of that place now. So what I want to do is to go back to customize. And we are currently on site identity. So that the logo has changed. So what I'll do is to pick a site icon. Let's say we are still picking this as our site icon, right? So I'm gonna select that. You see what it's saying now. So what is happening now is that this logo is not the logo that is designed for an icon. I'm just gonna crop an aspect of it. You see the way it's looking like here. Well, or let me go back and let me pick another image so that you see another image that has a background, because the size of the image should be a square stop. It should be 512 by 512 pixels. So let me see. Okay, let's use this. We'll just crop this selling stuff out of it. Okay, we have one here that can be used. So let's pick this, then we'll go and crop it. You see what I'm talking about? You see the way your site icon will look like, alright? You see where it's appearing, this same place, you see it. So we're just gonna crop image. Yeah, we already have it now. We have it. You see that it has even taken the effect here. By the time we refresh this page as well, it will take that effect. So what we want to do is to publish. We haven't published yet, so it may not take the effect here. So I'm gonna refresh it now so that it will take the effect. You see this place that is rolling, it's gonna change from that W to that icon that we just picked. You see that it has changed. It has changed. So that is that about that. That is that about that. Okay, so that's site identity. Menu. This is not where you can easily edit your menu. I'll be showing you other ways to editing your menu. The widget that we used to design the footer the other time. So this is where you see the settings to most of your widgets and the likes. And we have home page settings. We've done that the other time. You see the one we did under settings the other time, that will pick home as our home page and test page as our post page. So that is about that. So we are done with this customize now. So let's go to another angle for setting. This is very, very important. That is why I'm taking my time, so that you know where to go to and what to do whenever you need to work, right? So that's that about that. So let's go back to appearance, then let's go back to menu. This is the second one now. Okay, this is probably the last one I'll be showing you on this. Now, whenever you import a demo, there is a pre-made menu that has been done for you. If you like it, you can keep it, but if you don't like it, you can just take it away, right? Let's go back to our page. You see, this is the menu. We have the everything, grocery, cheese, then you have this. Now this is an indication that we have two menu. We have two menu here. Like we have two menu here. This one, this is another one. Let's confirm that. We have the main menu, and under the main menu we have everything, grocery, cheese, right? Which is this, right? Let's check if we have another menu. You see, we have the secondary menu. Let's click on this secondary menu and let's select, and let's see what we have under the secondary menu. It's loading it now. You see, we have the about us and contact us. So this is the main menu, this is the secondary menu. Let's say, okay, here now under the secondary menu we have about and contact. We want to add a new page to that menu. You know what a menu is? When you go to a restaurant and maybe one of the attendants there rather, sees you sitting down, the person will come with the menu, that is the list of things that they have in the restaurant, so as for you to pick anything that you want. The same thing applicable here. That menu is just the list of pages that you have on your website, so that if anyone needs to go to any of those pages or needs anything with respect to those pages, instead of, they can't come to the back end of your website. So what they are going to be doing is just to be picking any of those menus that you've made available, any of the options on the menu that you've made available. So that is that about that. So now we want to add the test page, our test page, to the secondary menu, so that it will be 3 as well. You see that we have 2 here currently. So this, I've clicked on this, I'll just click on add to menu, right? You see that it will come here by default. It will come here very soon. Right, you see that we have it here. So let's say maybe we don't want the test page to be the last one, we want it to be in between about us and what's it called, about us and contact us. This is what I want. So when I'm done with this, I'll just come over here and save menu. I'll just come over here and save menu. So when I'm done saving, right, when I'm done saving, I'll come back here, I will refresh. You see that that test page would have been added to this place. Oh, we have it here. Let's check our test page. You still remember what we did on the test page? Just one small thing like that, right? So this is this now. So let's say, okay, we don't want that test page to be on its own. That test page is like a sub page under about us. You know, on about us we can have a lot of things. We can have something like mission, staff, and all those sort of things. And you don't want your menu bar to be so filled with a lot of options. You can have what we call a sub menu. So a sub menu will be a drop, as in will be under a specific menu rather. So what you want to do now, instead of this being like this, you just drag it to the right. Just drag it to the right, right? So it's not under it, it's not on its own now, it's under something now. So we are gonna save. We're gonna see, right? And we are gonna refresh our page. And let's see if that test page will still be there. See that it will not be there again, it will be under this about us. You see this? This is the test page. I hope you get that, right? Let's say maybe the menu they made for you, there are some of the things that you don't want. Let's say we don't want this test page. Now how do we remove it? Just click on this arrow, down arrow, and come to remove, right? Then come to save. That's amazing, right? Let's refresh. You see that there won't be anything under this about us again. See, the about us is on its own now. That's not about it. And let's say maybe you want to create your own menu yourself, right? You want to create a new menu yourself. So what you want to do is to just come to this, create a new menu. Click on this. So let's say we don't want our menu to be splitted. We don't want two menus. We want just one, right? We want just one, right? Okay, let's just say we want one at the center here, right? And before I even move to that place, okay, let's quickly create a new menu. Let's create a new menu. And so what we want to do now is, okay, we have a new menu here, so we want to name it training we want to name it training menu, right? This is our home menu. This is what we are doing, right? Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to come over here. We have it, right? We have it already. So now what we can do is, you see these settings, the menus that you are seeing here, it was because they set it as primary menu. So any menu you want to show on this page, make sure you set it as primary menu, right? So I'm gonna click on primary and just click on this script. You can just check all of this. This one is automatic add pages, right? I'm not going with that. Now we've created a menu, right? But we don't have any option under it. So what we want to do is that we want to add things to menu. So we want to add, okay, we want to add, let's just say we want to add home, cart, checkouts, my account, right? Then shop, add. You click on this add, it will bring it down to this place. So that we have it here now. Then you save menu. So let's come back here and refresh the page. You see it now, because we've used it as our primary menu. The one that was the primary menu before, which is the first menu, has been disaffected because we wanted to show. That's why we use it as our primary menu, and you see that it's showing here now. So let's come back here and change it from being a primary menu to maybe a logged in account menu, right? That's not what we want. So we untick this, right? We save. Then we'll come back here to check. You see that there won't be anything here again. Woo! Glory to God. So what I want to do now is I want to come back to this place, right? And I'll go to this main menu, right? I'm going to select it so that it will list what we have for the main menu here for me. See this. So I will set this main menu as my primary menu, and I'm going to save the menu. I hope you get that. It has been saved, so I'm going to refresh. See now, we are back to where we were before, right? So let's go back to our home page. See, we are back there. We have these three and these. So that is that about menu. That's that about menu and widget. We'll be talking about widget in subsequent video anytime we need to use it. But I've shown you one of the ways we use widget the other time. You can use widget to build your sidebar. You can use widget to build your footer. You can use widget to build your menu, right? Right? That's awesome. we spend a lot of time on this, and I don't want us to spend more time here. At least we should have spent around 44 minutes now. So let's just I just want to show you something here so that we can just leave this place as soon as possible. Okay, these are the widgets. So you can have as many as possible widgets. You see, we have a lot of widgets. We have the WooCommerce sidebar, footer builder. These are the ones that we used the other time. The footer builder widget 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, if you check them now, this one you will see that what we saw at the footer the other time is what we are seeing here now. I'm waiting for it to load. It's still loading. Come on, answer me. So this is how you can add elements, right? This is how you can add elements to some of these widgets. I'm gonna be talking about widgets more in some other videos. Don't let me add more time to what we spent initially. So kindly digest this, go through it over and over and again, so as for you to understand. The way I'm teaching you is in a way that, you know, when you have any issue, you don't need to be scared. You know where to go to. You can easily diagnose. You can easily, you know, troubleshoot where the problem is coming from. You see, this is the widget. Download our amazing app, right? You remember it on the footer the other time, right? So that is that about that. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.